telling you about competitive swimming on the high school level. Swimming is fun, but can be very rigorous, not like the doggy style we do in the summer. I used to competitively swim in high school, and I lifeguard, and I'm a water safety instructor currently. According to the 2020 USA Swimming Rulebook, swimming consists of 4 strokes: the breaststroke, the backstroke, freestyle, and the butterfly. Today we're going to focus on the high school skill sets. In breaststroke, we start with a forward start. And a forward start is done by diving into the water head first. Breaststroke has rhythm and must be done on the front. You cannot roll over onto your back or you will be disqualified. Your elbows are submerged and your head breaks the surface to breathe. Butterfly, which is a more advanced, well, here's a picture of breaststroke. And then butterfly, which is more advanced, starts with also the forward start, which was the head first submersion. And it has one arm pull during the whole stroke, and you go no more than 15 meters without your head breaking the surface of the water. It looks like this when a swimmer is mid-stroke. So they swoop their arms around, pull their head up to breathe, and go back in the water using a dolphin kick. Both feet stay together for each kick. The next stroke is the backstroke. It is the only stroke done completely on the back. You use a flutter kick, which is simultaneous arm movements and leg movements. Our last stroke is the freestyle stroke, which is the easiest and the one that you might be the most familiar with. It uses simultaneous arm movements and leg movements while rolled breathing. It is done totally on your front. And all of these strokes use a flip turn typically, which means a swimmer would hit the wall, flip, and then continue swimming. A swimmer must touch the wall after each leg of the race. A leg of the race is one time down the pool. Alright, and in swim team, you must work as a team while working as individuals. A team is usually made up of boys and girls at the high school level. There are varied relays, such as freestyle, medley, and mixed gender. Each swimmer will do one leg of each. For example, if you had a 400-meter race, each swimmer would do the 50 meters. In the freestyle, you are only using the freestyle stroke, which each swimmer will swim a 50-meter or shorter of the freestyle stroke only. And then the medley relays is when you get to look at the individual talents of each person. It will take one of each of these strokes per swimmer. For example, you have 4 swimmers. One will do this stroke, one will do the next stroke, and so on and so forth. They are done in the order of backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly, and lastly, freestyle. Using freestyle last allows swimmers to make up for lost time on the harder strokes. There are mixed gender relays, which consist of boys and girls competing in the same race. So you would have 2 boys and 2 girls competing in the same competition, whether it be the freestyle or the medley. Alright, and there is tons of practice and dedication that swimmers put into their races. According to the International Journal of Sports Nutrition and Exercise Metabolism, the rigorous training in nutrition and strength they do is incomparable. Many students have to wake up at 5 a.m. to be able to swim due to restrictions on venues. Not every school is equipped with a swimming pool, so they have to go to a local YMCA, a local pool. So many swimmers have to be very dedicated. So 5 a.m. practices and late nights are very common. 5 times a week, more than 2 hours, is what one Alabama swimmer says she is used to swimming for practices. Swimmers can't only rely on others either. Swimming is an individual sport while being a team sport. Each race is timed based on each individual leg. The relays, they take all of the times people compete and combine them into one time and compare them to other schools. Many swimmers are going for their personal bests. If you miss a practice, oftentimes you get a limit on the number of races you can do. Each association limits the number of races each swimmer is able to compete in. You get a medal for each individual race. It's not based on all of them together. But a school can win an entire swim meet by accumulating the most points in each individual race. Nutrition is a key element. According to many scientists, you have to have a balanced diet of carbohydrates, protein, and most importantly, water. Water can make dehydration undetectable. When you're in the water, you have no idea that you're losing as much water because you still sweat and you still condensate. Sleeping is another important element. Balancing schoolwork while going to practices and other extracurriculars can make it very difficult for you to get as much sleep as you should. A well-rounded diet, like I said, and sleep are two very important things. It is important that we understand all the components of swimming. It's not just getting in the water and having a good time. These swimmers put in countless hours of their life, as well as changing their diets, friend habits, sleeping habits, just to be able to compete in a couple races a year. You can be very successful on an individual basis and a competitive basis. It takes lots of dedication, and even though you may no longer be in high school, there are other teams you can look out to. There are local teams as well as community centers where you can get help on learning how to swim each individual stroke and possibly doing a competitive level. As you know, there's Olympic level swimming we can all watch on TV every year. And if you would like any more information on swimming, there's plenty out there to be found. Thank you so much.